Do you have what it takes to defeat Mark the Beast Labette and his fellow trivia geniuses? Find out tonight on Mastermind. And here's your host, Brooke Burns.
Hello, and welcome to Masterminds, a game of trivia, smarts, and strategy. Let's meet our challengers. He's an accomplished linguist with a PhD and former radio DJ. Say hello to Chuck.
Hi there.
Hello. Welcome. She's competed on Kids Jeopardy when she was 10 and wrote a book about her time at boarding school. From New Jersey, please welcome Kendra. Welcome, Kendra. He's a public defender, musician, and family man from New York, New York. Give it up for Ben. Welcome to the show, challengers. Are you ready to meet the masterminds?
Yes, indeedy.
Let's do it. I love it. Yes, indeedy. He's a Yale grad who has tutored kids on every continent. It's Ryan Chafee. As a doctor, she's delivered hundreds of babies. Today, she's just delivering cold, hard facts. It's Lakedra Pam. If you want to know how he got his nickname, just ask the hundreds of contestants he's destroyed on The Chase. It's my buddy, Mark the Beast Labette. Welcome, Masterminds. Here's how we play. I'll ask you a series of trivia questions over 3 rounds of escalating difficulty. At the end of the game, the highest scoring challenger will face the highest scoring mastermind in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. If a challenger wins, they'll come back to compete again. And if a challenger wins 2 times, then they will be crowned a mastermind and potentially take the place of one of our masterminds on this stage. In round 1, there are 7 subjects, each with a corresponding question. All challengers and masterminds will play. Correct answers are worth 100 points. Good luck, challengers. The first subject is business. In 1960, which of these countries became one of the 5 founding members of OPEC? Yemen, Kuwait, or United Arab Emirates? And the correct answer is Kuwait. Challengers, how do we do? Oh, okay, no points on this one. Tough start. Masterminds? Well done for Beastie and Ryan, 100 points apiece.
Yeah, I think it was Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Iran.
Yeah, Iraq
And the one people don't realize, Venezuela.
Thank you, Beastie. The next subject is music. Which of these names was given to the unusual symbol used by Prince on his recording? The perplanagon, the paisley blotch, or love symbol number 2? And the correct answer is love symbol number 2. How'd we do, challengers? I see Chuck cheering over there. Well done, 100 points across the board. Masterminds. For you as well, 100 points across the board.
Yeah, Prince got in a dispute with his record label. They had him in a rough contract, and his way to get out of it was to change his name to an unpronounceable symbol that he later gave a name.
Thank you, Masterminds. The next subject is the universe. The habitable zone around a star describes an area where conditions on a planet allow what to exist? Liquid water, oxygen gas, or magnetic fields? And the correct answer is liquid water. Challengers. All right, for the gentlemen, Chuck and Ben, 100 points apiece. Well done, masterminds. 100 points across the board.
So there's a zone called the Goldilocks zone, where the conditions have to be warm enough for water to exist in liquid form, but not too hot. It has to be just right.
Just right. Thank you, masterminds. The next subject is animals. A print made from what part of a dog is as unique as a human fingerprint? Paw, tongue, or nose? And the correct answer is nose. Challengers, how about this one? All right, well done, Chuck and Ben, 100 points apiece. And for our masterminds, 100 points across the board.
There's nothing quite as horrific as having your dog lovingly poke his nose onto you when you're trying to be asleep. It's like being woken up by a piece of defrosting liver.
Thank you, Beastie. The next subject is vocabulary. What term refers to a word with 2 meanings that are opposite from one another? Contronym, antonym, or xeno? And the correct answer is contronym. How'd we do, challengers? Okay, Ben, well done. 100 points for you, sir. Masterminds. All right, Lakedra and Ryan, 100 points apiece.
So my favorite contronym is actually sanction, which means to ban something, but also to allow it.
I like that.
Another
Ryan?
one is like trim, where you like trim, you remove something, or trim, you decorate something and add it.
Thank you, Masterminds. The next subject is fashion. The tiaras worn by the principal actresses on the series Bridgerton are provided by what jeweler's archive? Bulgari, Van Cleef & Arpels, or Swarovski? And the correct answer is Swarovski. How do we do, challengers? Okay, gentlemen, well done. Chuck and Ben, I like that dance, Chuck. 100 points apiece. And Masterminds. Oh, okay, Lakedra with 100 points.
I have a collection of several. I encourage everybody who wants to get your own tiara. It makes you feel great.
It does.
But the Swarovski company also provided Audrey Hepburn's tiara that she wore in Breakfast at Tiffany.
Wow. Thank you, Lakedra. The last subject is inventions. In 2008, over 500 years after it was drawn, Da Vinci's design for what was completely tested and proven to work? Helicopter, parachute, or armored car? And the correct answer is parachute. How do we do, challengers? No, okay, no points on that one. Masterminds, how do we do over here? Okay, Beastie for 100 points.
To be fair, I think he had variants of both the other two items as well, but I don't think they ever built. We didn't have the power sources.
Right, right.
If he'd have had access to a petrol engine, it might be slightly different.
All right, thank you, Beastie. That's it for round one. We've got Ben in the lead on our challenger side with 500 points. And on our mastermind side, it's 500 points across the board in a three-way tie. When we return, the points get higher and the questions get more difficult as we get closer to determining who will play for $10,000. It's more Masterminds right after this. Masterminds. In this round, both the challengers and the masterminds will write in their answers for a chance to build their score. There are 5 subjects and correct answers are now worth 200 points. At the end of this round, the challenger and the mastermind with the lowest scores will be eliminated. Let's play. And the first subject is transportation. What nation's military tanks contain a device called a vessel boiling electric that's used to make tea in the vehicle? The correct answer is United Kingdom. Challengers? Yes! Well done. Good start. 200 points across the board. Masterminds. 200 points across the board for you. The next subject is recreation. Harold Searles Thornton was the first to patent what pseudo-sport table game featuring little men on poles? The correct answer is foosball. Challengers. We know Chuck got it with that dance over there. 200 points across the board for you all. Congrats, Masterminds. And the same for you. Ryan, you a foosball player?
Yeah, and it's no pseudo sport when I'm playing it. It's a deadly serious sport.
Got to really put those shoulders into it, huh? Thank you, Ryan. The next subject is botany. Quite difficult to pull apart, what tall woody grass has a greater tensile strength than steel? And the correct answer is bamboo. Challengers?
Bamboo.
Okay. Chuck and Ben, 200 points apiece. Well done. Masterminds, 200 points across the board.
And often used in parts of the world, or has been, as armor, especially for against blunt force objects, because it just deflected and reflected the energy.
Thank you, Masterminds. The next subject is television. What subscription streaming service had humble beginnings in 1997 as a DVD by mail rental company? And the correct answer is Netflix. How'd we do? I like the dancing. It sounds good. And looks good, too, with 200 points across the board for each one of you. Well done, Masterminds. Masterminds. Same here.
Yeah, I remember in late 90s, about 97, and I think according to legend, in 2000, Blockbuster Video turned down the chance to buy them in one of the possibly bigger mistakes in corporate history.
Thank you, Masterminds. Okay, it is time for the final question of this round. This question is now worth 400 points. This will determine who will be moving on to the next round. Here is your final subject. The subject is geography. The Danube River empties into what sea? The correct answer is Black Sea. Challengers, how'd we do? I love it. Great, strong ending over here. 400 points added to everyone's score. That means that Chuck and Ben will be moving on. And it was great to have you, Kendra. Masterminds, 400 points across the board over here, which means, oh my goodness, it's literally still a three-way tie, 1,700 points. So grab your buzzers. We're going to break that tie with this next question. Here it is. In science, the center part of an atom is called what? Ryan and Beast were the first to buzz in. Go ahead and write down your answers. Thank you. The correct answer is nucleus. Ryan, what did you say?
I said nucleus.
Nucleus. Beastie?
Nucleus.
Okay, so the gentlemen are moving on, and Lakeisha will see you next time. When we come back, it's Challenger versus Challenger and Mastermind versus Mastermind to determine who will compete in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. More Masterminds after this. It all comes down to this. Which challenger will face the top mastermind for $10,000? We're about to find out. But first, let's get to know them a little better. Chuck, tell me what languages you speak.
Western European, German, Dutch, French, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese.
Wow.
I fell in love with Europe and the languages and a couple of the locals, too.
Wow, romancing Europe, I see. Well, welcome to the show, sir, and good luck to you. It's great to have you here. And Ben, tell me about your growing family.
Well, I married the love of my life in 2015, and we've got a 4-year-old son who's really excited because his baby sister is arriving soon. He thinks he's getting like a fully formed 4-year-old playmate who's going to help him build forts and things like that. And we have to keep reminding him she's going to be a grub for a year.
A grub.
You're not going to be able to talk to her or play with her or anything like that. So he's getting there. He's getting to accept that.
Blessings to you and both of your children.
Thanks a lot, Brooke.
And welcome to the show, and good luck. In this round, first the challengers and then the masterminds will face off in a timed trivia battle. The first question will be worth 500 points, and each question that follows will be worth an additional 100 points. This is truly anyone's game. Challengers, are you ready?
Ready.
Great. Loving this energy still.
Chuck, your buzzer, Chuck. You got to get your buzzer.
Get your buzzer, Chuck. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time will begin when I finish reading the first question. Good luck. 500 points, home of the Whopper and have it your way are slogans of what fast food chain? Ben.
Burger King.
Correct. 600 points. Snuzzle and Bluebell are among the original versions of what equine toy? Chuck.
A teddy bear.
No, Ben.
My Little Pony.
Correct. 700 points. Divers must time the tides when diving from the cliffs of La Quebrada outside of what Mexican resort city? Ben.
Acapulco.
Correct. 800 points. What author of The Notebook and Dear John sets many of his novels in North Carolina? Ben.
Nicholas Sparks.
Correct. 900 points. Yo no soy marinero are lyrics from what Richie Valens song? Ben.
La Bamba.
Correct. 1,000 points. For being the fairest, what Greek goddess does Paris of Troy reward with a golden apple? Ben.
Aphrodite.
Correct. 1,100 points. Whose early patents include improvements in molds for casting steel plows in 1864? Chuck.
McCormick.
No, Ben.
Edison.
John Deere. 1,200 points. The full title of our first Constitution begins the Articles of Confederation and what two words that follow? Perpetual Union. Well done, Ben. You just won $1,000.
All right.
And not only that, but the chance to play for $10,000.
Yeah.
Chuck, you've been a delight to have here. Thank you so much. We're sorry to see you go. Ben, it's time to determine which mastermind you'll be facing.
Okay.
You know how this works? Same rules apply. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when I finish reading the first question. Good luck. 500 points. How many pairs of parallel sides does a trapezoid have? Ryan.
1.
Correct. 600 points. A structure off the coast of Cornwall, England, was the inspiration for what Virginia Woolf novel? Beast.
Lighthouse.
Correct. 700 points. In Homer's epic poem, what hero is tied to the mast of his ship to avoid being lured to his death by sirens? Beast.
Odysseus.
Correct. 800 points. You can compare the heat of various chili peppers by consulting what scale? Ryan.
Scoville.
Correct. 900 points. In George Clooney's Ocean's trilogy, what is the total of all the numbers in the titles? Beast.
44.
No. Ryan.
36.
Correct. 1,000 points. Tech mogul Larry Ellison purchased more than 90% of which Hawaiian pineapple island in 2012? Beast.
Maui.
No. Ryan.
Lanai.
Correct. 1,100 points. Augusto Pinochet was the former ruler of what South American country? Beast.
Chile.
Correct. 1,200 points. What brand of foam balls debuted in the tagline, "You can't hurt babies or old people"? Ryan.
Nerf.
Correct. 1,300 points. Hinged at the bottom, what V-shaped barbecue tool is used for picking up food? Ryan.
Tongs.
Correct. 1,400 points. What is the full name of the government agency known as the EPA? Time! And Ryan, you're tonight's Top Mastermind!
Good game.
Well done, BC. We'll see you next time. That means that Ben and Ryan will be going head-to-head in our ultimate trivia showdown. Can Ben win $10,000 and take one step closer to becoming a mastermind? Find out when we come back. Woo! Well done. Welcome back to Masterminds. Ben has won $1,000 and will now face Ryan Chafee in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. Here's how we play. I'll read 4 questions to Ben and Ryan, and they'll each write down their answers. Once the players have locked in their responses, I'll reveal the correct answers. If Ben gets the higher score, then he will win $10,000. Let's begin. Here's your first question. Referring to a complex problem, what metaphor was literally sliced in half by Alexander the Great in 333 BC? Ben, you said?
The Gordian knot.
Gordian knot. Ryan
Also the Gordian knot.
also said the Gordian knot. The correct answer is indeed the Gordian knot.
Good job.
Nice work, Ben. And it's 1-1. And here's your second question. What river runs through the heart of Seoul? Ben, you answered with
I said Bushan.
Bushan. Ryan, what did you say?
I said Ob.
Ob. And the correct answer is Han. Okay, tough question. Good for you, Ben. Score remains 1-1. Here's your third question. Though it's known as the Seven Sisters, what astronomical cluster is made up of more than 800 stars? Ben, you answered with
I said the Pleiades.
Pleiades. Ryan, what did you
I
say?
don't know about my spelling, but I said the Pleiades as well.
Pleiades as well. The correct answer is the Pleiades.
Good job.
Well done, Ben. Wow. And it's 2-2. There's only one question left. Ben, if you get this question right and Ryan is wrong, you win the $10,000. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
Here's your final question. In The Miracle on the Hudson, Chesley Sully Sullenberger's flight departed New York for what East Coast city? Ben, what's your answer?
I said Atlanta.
Atlanta. Ryan, what did you say?
I said Boston.
Boston. For $10,000, is the correct answer Atlanta? No, but it's also not Boston. It's Charlotte, North Carolina. Wow. In a turn of events, you ended in a tie. Okay, Ben, here's what's going to happen now. It all comes down to one more question standing between you and $10,000. It's called our ultimate trivia question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Good luck. And here's your question, Ben. In terms of enrollment, what is the largest Catholic university in the U.S.?
I'm going to say Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. For $10,000 is the correct answer. Notre Dame. Oh, it's DePaul.
Bummer.
Hey, such a great job. Honestly, you won $1,000. You played into the final with Ryan. Congratulations. Best to you and your family. Ryan, well done. Join us next time to see who can outsmart the best players in the world right here on Mastermind. Good night.